Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that many of us can relate to but don't always discuss openly. People who left but taught something valuable. When we think about the people who changed our lives, we usually remember those who stayed. Our parents, siblings, close friends, mentors and loved ones. But what about the people who didn't stay? What about the friends who drifted away? The professors whose classes ended? The classmates who moved to different cities? The colleagues who changed jobs? The mentors who guided us for a short period and then disappeared from our daily lives? Sometimes the people who leave teach us lessons that stay forever. Today I want to reflect on those relationships. The temporary nature of many relationships. As children, we often assume that everyone around us will remain in our lives forever. Our classmates become our world. Our teachers seem permanent. Our friends feel inseparable. But you know what? Life has a different plan. Schools change, colleges end, jobs change, people relocate, priorities evolve, and suddenly people who once played a major role in our lives became memories. At first, this can feel disappointing, but over time we realize something important. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people arrive to teach a lesson. Once that lesson is complete, life moves everyone forward. My school teachers, when I think about the people who influenced me, my school teachers immediately come to mind. Like some of them were very strict, some of them gentle, some encouraged me, some challenged me. At that time, I may not have fully appreciated their efforts, but today I understand that every teacher contributed something valuable. One taught discipline, another taught confidence, another taught consistency, and some taught lessons beyond textbooks. Their classes ended years ago, but the impact remains. You know what? The relationship may have ended, but the lesson continues. College professors, if I talk about them, then college introduced me to a completely different environment. My professor didn't just teach subjects, they introduced ideas, they introduced independent thinking, they challenged assumptions, they pushed students to ask questions. Now, looking back, I realized that many of the analytical research skills I use today were developed because of those professors. I may not speak to them regularly now, some may not even remember me, but their influence continues to appear in my writing, my thinking, and my professional work. That is the remarkable thing about education. Sometimes a professor's impact lasts much longer than the duration of a course. Friendships are among the most beautiful parts of life. Do you know that? And yet they are often the most temporary. Many friends who once shared classrooms, lunch breaks, assignments, projects, and dreams eventually moved in different directions. Some got married, some moved abroad, some became busy with careers, some simply drifted away naturally. For a long time, I used to think that a friendship ending meant something had gone wrong. Now I see it differently. Sometimes people are meant to accompany us only for a particular chapter. The value of a friendship is not measured by its duration, it is measured by the memory, support, and lesson it leaves behind. You know what? There are like lessons from people who left also. And these are the only people who left me. The people who left my life taught me many things. Like some taught me resilience, some taught me patience, and some taught me the importance of communication. Others taught me boundaries. A few taught me what kind of person I wanted to become. And some taught me what kind of person I did not want to become. Every relationship became a classroom, and every interaction became a lesson. And they gifted me a perspective. One of the greatest gifts people leave behind is perspective. Sometimes we meet someone whose way of thinking is completely different from our own. They challenge our beliefs, they introduce new ideas, they help us see the world from another angle. Even if they leave later, that expanded perspective remains. You know why? Because that relationship ends, the growth stays. So there is a gratitude instead of regret. As we grow older, it becomes easy to focus on loss. We think about people who are no longer present. We wonder why certain friendships faded. We question why some relationships didn't last. But gratitude changes the story. Instead of asking why did they leave, we can ask what did they teach me. That simple shift transforms regret into appreciation. Everyone is fighting their own battles. You know what? But another lesson I have learned is that people leave for many reasons. Sometimes it has nothing to do with us. Life becomes easy. Responsibilities increase. Careers demand attention. Families require care. People evolve. Understanding this helps us release resentment. Not every goodbye is rejection. Sometimes it is simply life moving forward. And there's a lesson, not the pain. If there's one message I want to leave you with this today, it is this: to carry the lesson, not the pain. Carry the wisdom, not the disappointment. Carry the growth, not the regret. And you know what? The people who leave may no longer be a part of your daily life, but the lessons they taught can continue guiding you for years. If I want to close my thoughts, and I would like to say that as I reflect on my teachers, professors, classmates, friends, mentors, and colleagues, I feel grateful. Not because every relationship lasted, but because every relationship contributed something meaningful. Some people gave encouragement, some gave opportunity, some gave knowledge, some gave memories, and some gave lessons that only became clear years later. Perhaps that is the beauty of life. Not everyone is meant to stay, but everyone has something to teach. So, thank you so much for listening. If this reflection resonated with you, take a moment today to think about someone who led your life but left behind a valuable lesson. You may discover that their influence is still helping you today. If yes, then please do let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.